What's up, guys? So every new Crowfall article, we learn a lot more about the game, as the game is still under development right now. And part of the reason why I think the game will be amazing is that you look at ArcAge. ArcAge, there's a lot of people that linger on to that hope, that fall in hope, because there's so many good ideas in ArcAge. The potential, you always hear that the potential is there, that if only XL Games would actually do something with the potential. Like, for example, we're going to touch on animal husbandry. So capturing wild animals, taming them, turning them into mounts or combat pets. That is something that ArcAge could have done so much better. There is currently around 6 or 7 world bosses, maybe a little more or a little less, that you can actually tame and claim as battle pets. That is one of the coolest features that ArcAge has. They have completely dropped that and not done anything with it since the launch of the game. Taming creatures is going to be a key component here in Crowfall. This points out that animal husbandry comes to mind, which is players who enjoy going out and taming NPCs that can be turned into mounts or combat pets. Some players might also enjoy harvesting resources as a primary activity. Running a shop will probably end up as a secondary playstyle to crafting. I'm also speculating that we will see a rise in guild quartermasters, which are players who primarily fill and maintain equipment in guilds, armory, and campaigns for sieges. So those are aspects that ArcAge does all of those things, but they just don't do them well. They don't do them good enough, and that's why people left ArcAge. There's all these potentials, all these great ideas in ArcAge that just are half-assed. And the reason I think it is because XL Games is a brand new company. Like, they've never made any MMORPGs out there. And the difference here is Crowfall is being designed by a small team of around 20 people, but they've been in the MMORPG genre for over 15 years. They've pretty much worked and designed and built any MMO game that you can think of, from Ultima Online to Shadowbane to, I believe they worked a little bit on Eve, Star Wars Galaxies, all those online games. There's so many. There's like a list of 15, and it's like a who's who of MMORPGs that, you know, you've probably played one or two, or at least heard of multiple of them over the last 15 years. So they've got all these great ideas, and now they're not saddled by a developer, a publisher that is telling them, oh, we have to do this, we have to design and get, 500,000 players. They're able to do and perfect these systems that they've learned and wanted to over the last 15 years, because now they are the bosses. They run the company. The only people that they essentially have to please is the backers that have backed on Kickstarter and continuing pledgers going forward. This is new territory. Kickstarter is such a great platform that has opened up so many things for indie game developers, even big-time game developers. There's a couple other games as well. Camelot Unchained comes to mind, where they're able to take these risks without having to be handicapped and doing certain things certain ways because you got a big publisher or your big company behind you telling you, oh, we have to do this, we have to do that. They're able to actually run with their ideas and make them come to life as they see fit, and really resonate and make a strong community even before the game launches. They have these strong, huge communities that are just alive and buzzing and super excited, that are part of the development. So these are the things that I think are going to make Crowfall one of the best games of our generation. Honestly, I do not kid with that. I think this is going to be one of the best games of our generation. I do think that it will be a very, very strong game. It's going to creep up on people. So I give the analogy, Black Desert generated around 350 to 400,000 like pre-orders or buys at launch. The majority of those we tracked came from the last month of the sale. So about 300,000 of the sales came at the very last month. Crowfall currently already has over 20,000 paying players, and they have over 100,000 in their registry signed up for their newsletter and things like that. And they're still about a year or so away. And the paying players for Crowfall have actually paid a lot more money than the Black Desert players have. Black Desert was a lot cheaper as well. So the fact is, the player base is already at an extremely high level for where they're at. They're say about a year out. If they continue to add a few subscribers, few pledgers every couple months leading up to launch, and if they get that same kind of influx of players at launch, getting around 200, 300,000, this game could easily start off with 500,000 plus players, and that's, I think, a good target range. And I don't think that they could stop there. I think it could get up into the millions. I think this game actually can be a mass market game, even though they're not trying to make it a mass market game. I think there's a lot of players that really want this kind of style and these kind of games. Check out the full article down below. I just wanted to touch upon the animal husbandry and a little bit of reasons why I'm excited for Crowfall. So you can read the full article down below and post your comments. Are you excited for Crowfall? If you are, you can sign up down below and get 5% off your initial pledge. The link is down below. You can also sign up getting free beta access. So I've partnered with them to help bring you, coverage for Crowfall and also get you the best deal possible. As we're all about saving money and hooking things up here in the channel. So yeah, so 5% off your initial pledge and then free beta access by signing up through the link down below. If you want to know more about Crowfall, that link will get you set up to their weekly newsletter to give you all the up-to-date latest information. And then again, the free beta access coming late 2016.